A seemingly harmless text comes off as needy or insecure, explaining tone, timing, and perception. It addresses the common experience of overthinking text messages and how certain habits can subconsciously signal insecurity and neediness. Research indicates over 70% of people admit to overthinking the tone of their outgoing texts. I welcome you and introduces the topic of digital communication's hidden mechanics. In the absence of facial expressions and vocal inflection, words, timing, and punctuation become digital body language. The goal is to avoid common traps of tone, timing, and perception to project confidence. This segment focuses on tone, explaining how softeners, extra words meant to minimize impact, can backfire when feeling insecure. The needy example uses apologetic phrases and preemptive disclaimers, signaling anticipation of rejection and giving the recipient excessive power. A confident text is concise and assumes the recipient's interest. The script also advises caution with excessive exclamation points or question marks, which can appear frantic, and notes that a single period can feel cold, while a lack of punctuation can seem lazy. The key is balance. Be direct, clear, and avoid apologizing for taking up digital space. Timing is discussed in relation to double texting, instant replies, and midnight check-ins. Response time is presented as a proxy for perceived availability. Replying instantly signals constant availability and potentially a lack of other priorities. The double text, sending a follow-up before a response, often stems from anxiety and a need for validation. Midnight check-ins, unless part of an ongoing conversation, can seem like low-effort attempts to stay on their radar. The advice is not to play games, but to match the energy of the conversation. Replying instantly to a delayed response creates an uncomfortable power imbalance. This segment emphasizes that one is messaging a person, not a device, and their mental state is unknown. A text like, "Why are you being so quiet?" can be perceived as an added demand by someone in a high-stress situation, rather than a caring check-in. Insecurity can lead to projecting internal fears onto the recipient's silence, assuming boredom or anger, and sending submissive texts to rectify it. In reality, the recipient might simply be busy. Confidence is defined as the ability to send a message and put the phone away, trusting the relationship's stability. The 1-to-1 ratio. Aim for roughly equal message length and frequency compared to the other person. The wait rule. If feeling an anxious urge to double text, engage in a productive task before responding. The urge usually passes. Drafting externally. Write heavy texts in a notes app first, then review them later to remove unnecessary explanations. Assume positive intent. Instead of assuming silence means dislike, assume it means the recipient is having a busy, productive day. Texting is a tool for connection, not a measure of self-worth. By focusing on concise tone, balanced timing, and understanding the recipient's context, one can shift from seeking validation to providing value.